So I'm gonna trim away that floor. So let's try that. Trim. There we go. So my floor does that. Next thing, I want to trim away that point that's sticking out from there. So trim that. So that's good. But I can't leave it like this, right? So I'm going to have to extend that guy outwards. Okay. Now that I have this, I can come back and trim again. All right. So let's go ahead and trim. Okay. Then I'm going to draw a line from there to there and a line from there to there so I can actually get rid of the piece that's sticking out, right? So let's see how I can do that. I'm going to make the default current. Well, let's see if we do an intersect. An intersect command. Okay, so it gave me all those lines. Now I can just draw a line from endpoint to endpoint. Okay, and go to the other side, do the same thing from endpoint to endpoint. I'm going to select these curves. And I'm going to join them. And let's see if I can trim all this thing out. Trim. Select cutting object. This is the curve cutting object. Press enter. Select object to trim. That guy, we're done, right? So now it's all nice connected. Let's go ahead and delete that curve. We don't need it. Okay. So now in my front elevation, I actually can see surface work, not just line work. And that's important. I think one other one that I might want to make is maybe this guy, have some line work, surface work in this guy. So let's go there real quick and see how we can fix that. There's another weird thing here, by the way, guys, that we didn't notice. This is a perfect rectangle, and I really don't want that either. This needs to become not a rectangle. Not a rectangle. The quickest way to do that is to rotate either this plane or to rotate that plane. And I think I might rotate this outwards. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm going to hide this plane. I'm going to rotate this plane. Let's say rotate in the command line. Okay, let's turn on the solid points for a minute on that guy. Solid. Where's my solid? Right here. Okay, so I can't pull that point forward to get rid of this 90 degree, right? But I can do it here because the gumball is still orthogonal or perpendicular to that shape. So solid, turn on points. And I'm going to pull this guy slightly forward that way. Maybe a little more. I think what I'd like to do is, since this guy is still a flat piece, it's not warped, I'm going to set the points to it so I can pull that point out. Or I can do what I did with this guy, just do a vertical plane and trim it out, right? So let's go ahead and try to do that. And I'm going to make it out of the default layer. So I'm going to do a vertical plane from this point to that point. I'm going to let it end at this height, because that's the height. No, let's just do it higher. I'm going to go ahead and trim that guy. But before that, I need to get a line turn on the points for this guy. There we go. So I'm able to move this guy all the way because it's not an issue. It's flat anyway to start with, and I'm moving it in the flat direction. And I'm not going to need that plane. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I just pulled this guy out, and I'm just going to do an intersect again and trim stuff out. So let's do intersect command, which means this guy and that guy. There's my intersection line. So now I'm going to run a line from there to there. Line segment. Let's join that curve and that curve. And let's trim away that piece that's left over here. This piece. Trim. There you go. So now they're connected. Delete the curves I've used. Okay. I think this looks kind of neat. It's beginning to work. Let's see if I turn on the points one more time, if I can pull this out a little bit. Solid. There we go. Okay, because I'm looking for the shape in the plan. I don't want it to be just cut straight like that, right? So that's the reason why I pulled those points out. Next thing, I had a piece here that was hidden. I'm going to bring that piece back.